Good afternoon, honorable audience. Thank you for being here. My name is Nakita Phedra, student ID 190190990 from SBM ITB, and I'm very honored to present my research on the influence of brand stories on customers' purchase intention, a study on Go-Jek video campaign. And the presentation will be divided into 5 sections, which are introduction, literature review, methodology, data analysis, and the last one is conclusion and recommendation. Let's begin with the introduction. In the age where digital is rapidly expanding, businesses are competing to build the company's image with inventive approaches. In Indonesia, there are 73 internet users, and supported by WordPress 2022 that stated there are 70 million new blogs that appeared every month, and that meaning this forces business to consider the digital strategies for the future. And also, various marketers use brand storytelling to communicate, and using storytelling in these circumstances can build brand loyalty and purchase intention. It clearly shows that storytelling as a portal to interesting prospect, according to Bert Harris. And the next one is Go-Jek is on-demand multi-service company because there are over 100 million active users, according to Shotaro Tani 2021. And for the problem identification, Generation Z has the potential to become the majority of Indonesian population very soon. And company must have in-depth understanding of this age of group and acknowledge that establishing a strong brand is becoming extremely important. And consumers can easily reject on brand of for another because of the large of replacement goods. If the factor of if the factor of influence purchase intention are not met by Gojek advertisers, then purchase intention will decrease. This research seeks to explore the roles of brand story elements on customer purchase intention towards Go-Jek campaign video, and to investigate the influence of brand attitude on the relationship between customer purchase intention and customer brand identification. And here, the scope and limitation of audience and research perspective is applied. Researcher use Generation Z and Gojek users. And the last one is specific to storytelling campaign video on YouTube platform. And here are the definition of variables used in the studies as author proceed to the literature review. The first one is authenticity. It is defined an honest and genuine brand's messaging. The next one is reversal, when a story contains an unexpected surprise and excitement. And conciseness, the next one is conciseness, a message that communicate in a brief manner while delivering the core message. The next one is humor. It defines increase the transmission of positive feelings in messaging reaction. And the next one is brand attitudes that define as the consumer preference and general brand perception. And the next one is purchase intention. It is the willingness to purchase goods or engage in purchase related activities. And next, the last one is customer brand identification. Consumer tend to identify with brands. Previous research has identified the correlation between variables, including authenticity, conciseness, reversal, humor, brand attitudes, purchase intention, and customer brand identification. However, the researcher are unable to find a single study that discuss all of these variables that listed here. Thus, this model has an innovative model. By combining different studies, the researcher construct a research framework and hypotheses. On the basis of the conceptual framework, 6 hypotheses is developed. As the purpose of this study is to examine the relationship between existing variables and to prove the validity of the hypothesis, the researcher used experimental research with quantitative approaches. The survey method is used in this research. It is online questionnaire through Google Form. The next one is the survey was given to specific criteria. The first one is Indonesian citizens that live in Jakarta, West Java, and East Java. And the next one is female or male. And the next one is Generation Z, especially age of 18 and 22 years old. And the last one is Go-Jek users that specifically use Go-Jek in the past 3 months. Moreover, in the process of analyzing data, validity and reliability tests are done. Path analysis was the best way to figure out the relationship between variables in these studies. For the respondent profiles, it is dominated by people aged 18 and 23 years old, which are around 63.3%. And most of the respondents, which are around 50.2%, are based in West Java. Additionally, around 70.4% of respondents are female, and most of respondents' occupation is college students, which is 73.5%. And lastly, the most Gojek usage within 3 months is dominated by a frequency once a week, which around 31.1%. And with the validity and the composite reliability values given, all variables are valid and reliable. And here's the first hypothesis, and it is rejected, meaning that the level of authenticity will not affect the size of brand attitudes. The next one is H2 is also rejected, means that these results indicate that the message conveyed in a video that is neither too long or too short and has no impact on brand attitudes. H3 is accepted. This is clearly shows that the relationship is significant, although the effect size is not practically large. And the results of this study are aligned with the research of Alwit and Chen. The acceptance of H4 is corresponding with the findings of Klin and Chu et al., and that customers' response are positively affected by humor, which increase cognitive response and brand attitudes. The next one is H5 is accepted as well. These findings are consistent with the previous hypothesis that customer attitudes influence purchasing intention either directly or indirectly. And last, sorry. Unless H6 is accepted, these results are similar to the findings of um, Aharni et al. And it is defined as strong consumer brand awareness can enhance the perception of brand among consumers. And in order to answer the research question number one, there are two brand storytelling elements that influence the brand attitudes, which are humor and reversal. This can be seen that brand attitudes have a strong influence on purchase intention. And the next one is in order to answer the research question number two, the result shows that brand attitude can influence the impact of storytelling elements such as reversal and humor on purchase intention and customer brand identification. And for the recommendation for future research, researcher recommend that future research can expand and explore the conceptual framework. And the next one is look at the other brands that use storytelling strategy in other platforms, such as brand official website or Instagram story. And for companies, focus in marketing communication and the storytelling marketing delivery. And the last one is understand the characteristic of consumer, especially in Generation Z. All in all, it is within my hope that these findings will benefit both theoretically and practically for marketing knowledge. And thank you very much for your kind attention. Good afternoon.